Today's the day, everybody. We are heading out to the field soon. Got all our equipment ready. We are going to be going out and getting started. We're delayed by 4 days because of rain, but that shouldn't be a big deal. So let's get going. I'll take you guys out there. So we're out on our way to the field. I'm following the crossover behind him with my blinkers on, because as you can see, he kind of takes up the whole road. This is a 6-row crossover and it does not fold in or anything, so it just takes up the whole road. So just following him out to the field, make sure nobody comes up behind him, tries passing him. But we're on our way. Should be digging here in about half an hour, maybe less. Yeah, look at that. He has to get right in the middle of the road on most roads, just so he doesn't hit mailboxes and stuff and telephone poles, and he's gonna clip these trees a little bit. This thing's wide. You got to get out of the way because he can't really get over. So we're out here to the field now. My dad's over there. He has to kind of count off the rows to make sure that when he gets going that we're not off and get to the edge of the field and there's like 2 rows that we missed because we were off when we started. So he's counting to make sure that he's centered where he needs to be before we get started. Setting it down, getting ready to go. He's putting the third coulter over here down. That'll go in between these rows and open it up for the potatoes. He's gonna start digging here in a minute. Now our harvester is out here to go right behind him. So the crossover dug up these 6 rows, dumped the spuds right there, and then the harvester will dig up these 2 rows and those 2 rows. So essentially picking up 10 rows. started here on the next pass in the tractor. See the spuds going up right there. So we're digging 10 rows, 6 rows from the crossover, and then the harvester's picking up another 4. So we have, this thing's so big you can't see the back, so we have cameras right here to kind of see different parts of the harvester. And then this monitor here is what controls all the different adjustments on the harvester. You can control the height of the back of it by adjusting the rams on the rear tires. You can adjust the points, the different depths of the points. And then down here, this monitor is just where all of your hydraulics, all these little yellow bars right here, is your hydraulic levels and your PTO speeds on there. And then this little joystick that he's using is what he uses to move that boom. So he has the thumb buttons that move the finger on the end, and then the moving it up and down and side to side moves the boom forward and backward and up and down to load the truck. It makes it so the trucks only have to sit in one spot and you can load the whole thing. They just have to move one time to get the very, very front. The boom doesn't quite get there, but it makes it a lot easier to load the trucks. The truck's moved that one time, and now he'll load the front. He can move it up, down, side to side. But this is how we dig potatoes. We'll get some cool footage of the inside of the harvester here in a minute. So here you can see what we're looking at. So right here, there's 6 rows of spuds piled in between those rows, and then we're picking up those 4. So we have to go pretty slow depending on the moisture in the soil and if there's lots of dirt or rocks or whatnot, but we're going along. At least we're able to dig. We got a lot of rain last week, so. Standing up on top. We just finished loading the truck. That's pretty well how this thing runs. All right. I'm going to trade Christopher off every once in a while. So he's going to try and relearn me how to run this thing.
So you're going to watch him.
So you're going to watch me fail.
Stress out.
This is the most stressful thing on the farm, I swear. Gotta drop the boom. Filling, okay.
First hydraulic, second hydraulic.
Okay. First and then the second.
First one's it, that one, second one's that one. And then this going pretty tricky. PTO, all the way up. Now you can do the fourth hydraulic as your shakers.
Okay, fourth is shakers. And then pick it out, turn on the auto steer.
Grab it all the way up.
Don't hit me, Jessica. So Christopher's my brother, and my sister's driving the truck that I'm loading. So I'm gonna try not to mess this up. So many buttons you gotta watch for. You gotta watch the chains and all the different things, and also watch you loading the truck, and make sure you don't hit anything.
Hit any risers?
Yeah, we've got risers and power poles in this field.
You can't run the truck over. You gotta make sure you're driving straight with your GPS. So yeah, I load the back. You probably saw how I load the back. I go forward about as far as it can go. And then I tell them to put the door up, and then you finish loading the back, and then you just have to tell them to go back one time.
Yeah. It's not too bad until something happens and you have to hurry and stop everything all at once.
I'm like, wait, what buttons do I push?
I gotta turn everything off. I tell her to put her door up. Move this back to the back.
It's not as fast as I'd like it to be, but I think as long as you're used to it. You see how it's kind of lugging down a little bit, you're loading up a little bit more on the primaries. Just slow down a little bit, try not to run so much over the back of the door.
I'm trying. I'm trying not to run all the spuds off. So many things to watch. Definitely the most stressful. Oh dear, I'm running over.
You're all the way forward, so you can tell her to go back now.
That's when I wish the arm went a little bit faster. So when they back up, I can.
Well, once you get onto it, you'll start moving it at the same time you tell them to go back. So fully revved up right now, it's only pulling right at 2,000 RPMs, 1960. So it's definitely working it.
Yeah, it is.
It's carrying quite a bit of dirt over, but it's a little bit on the wet side to be able to start digging. Put the tip out a little bit more and put the boom down, you reach a little bit farther out. And tell her to go and shut everything off at once.
Hey, I did it! I'm just like,
Push it down. Jessica's calling.
So as you can see, that was a little stressful. Good grief.
Hello.
So many freaking buttons. But yeah,
You'll be okay.
that's how you load a truck with the harvester. Try not to mess anything up.
No, it should be
so
fine.
many freaking
Sometimes
things you gotta watch for.
I'm
On my way out to the harvester, we thought that we needed to add something to our harvester because, it's America. So in the back seat I have an American flag. We're gonna put an American flag on the harvester because we have a lot of fields that are right next to the highway. So we're gonna make sure that everybody knows that this is America. So we're adding this flag to our harvester. Just standing up here on the top, a little sketchily, but we have this light pole here that folds down, so we figured we could attach it to that. and it'll be pretty stable. All right, well, we have an American flag on our harvester now, so everybody will be able to see how American we are. But potatoes are yielding good. We're gonna get going again. There you go, we got an American flag up there now. You see it for miles around, hopefully. Here we are at the cellar. This is where the trucks come after they get filled up in the field. So these trucks are all waiting here full, and they will back up to our even flow bin right here to unload. So he's backing up to the bin, and then we'll open him up and unload the potatoes onto the belt. There's the taters. They go up this. They go into the bin. So this bin is so they can pile them up and have an even flow coming out the back. So even when there's a truck not here, they can still run potatoes. Now on the back, the even flow dumps out onto our sorter table. So they go up here, and there's all these little star rollers. They roll across a whole row of them, and that helps all the dirt fall through. You can see that this is our dirt conveyor that goes out to a dump truck. That's all the dirt that's going through the star rollers. And also all these rocks and stuff and dirt clods that are bigger in the vines. There's people in here who are picking. Now after the pickers go and get all the vines and crap out of them, they come out of the back. When they come out of the back, they're fairly clean. They're not perfectly clean. They'll still have a few dirt clods and a few vines, but they get most of them. So they'll come out of the back, and then they go onto this long row of conveyor belts that lead down into the cellar. And yes, we have some squeaky rollers, but they still work fine. So this cellar will hold 110,000 sacks of potatoes. This is one of 9 cellars that we will fill this harvest. So that big pile you see down there at the end, that's all potatoes. It's about 25 to 30 feet high, and I believe it's 60 feet wide. It's a massive pile of potatoes. But the potatoes just keep coming down here, and they'll dump onto our piler. Dump onto the piler right here, and then this just takes them up, and it has a big boom, and it just extends, and it'll go back and forth, and it'll pile the potatoes really high. So as he piles them, they kind of just avalanche down the mountain, and it covers these vents. Now these vents, they're hooked into the wall over here. So you can see over here, there's these holes in the concrete. So on the other side of this wall, there's an air tunnel. And the air tunnel will bring air and pump it underneath all of the potatoes, because if they don't get air, they'll rot. You gotta keep them cool, and you gotta keep them dry. dry enough. You don't want them to dry out all the way, but you also don't want them to be visibly wet. So you got to keep them at the exact right condition for them to last, because these potatoes could be in here for 6 months to a year, depending on when the plant takes them out. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned something. This is how we harvest potatoes. We do this every year. We keep getting more and more acres every year. So who knows where we'll be in a few years, but make sure to subscribe because we have more harvest content coming. I have a few more videos already filmed, I just need to edit. So we have 3 more weeks of this, so I'm sure you'll be seeing lots more content as long as you're subscribed.